We have a major Juan Soto free agency update, and this is going to have massive implications on the New York Yankees as multiple rival teams with the Yankees are heavily pursuing Juan Soto and will be meeting with him this week to try to steal the MLB superstar away from the New York Yankees and sign him to arguably the biggest contract in MLB history, and we're going to break it down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we noticed that only 16.5% of people who are watching this video are subscribed. Now that number is going down because we're getting more viewers and we appreciate that like crazy. So if you're a new viewer, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below what you think Juan Soto is going to get in free agency and by which team. But let's talk about some baseball. There's a bunch of different teams that have interest in Juan Soto. And Soto, he's one of the best players in baseball. We all know it. He's been an absolute MLB superstar for multiple years now, despite only being 25 in his year 25 season. One of the few MLB players in MLB history to ever have 3,000 at-bats before free agency and before their age 25 season. Now, there's been a couple guys here, but most of them, I almost said multiple, most of them, almost said it again, this was a time before free agency with a lot of these guys and their OPS pluses before hitting that 25 free agency season when they were age 25. Now, Mike Trout's an exception, and Mike Trout did sign a deal before he ever hit free agency, and same thing with Albert Pujols. The rest of these guys outside of Juan, free agency wasn't even really a thing back then, so it didn't really fall onto them. But Jeff Passan broke this down. Also, shout out to Jeff Passan for giving this stat. But he broke this all down. As he mentioned, the Toronto Blue Jays have the first meeting this week, then the Boston Red Sox, then the New York Mets, and then the New York Yankees as the Juan Soto sweepstakes heat up. And Passan broke this down in more depth, and let's take a look at it. As mentioned by Jeff Passan, Juan Soto is starting to take meetings with teams this week in California, and the Toronto Blue Jays will be the first. According to Major League sources, after trying to land Shohei Ohtani last winter, Toronto is serious about adding a star alongside Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and has targeted Soto. Another team with Soto at the top of its want list is the Boston Red Sox. They have a meeting with him on the books also. And like the Blue Jays, their aggressiveness extends into the starting pitching market as well. Now, the fact that they're targeting starting pitchers is good for the New York Yankees because that means they have other options. And also make sure to leave a like. There's that little like button right there we got for y'all. But here's the thing, guys. It's good for the Yankees that they're targeting starting pitchers because it means they might go another direction if they feel like Soto's not going to go to their team, and they might just buy themselves right out of Soto. Now, I'll be honest, I do not think that the Toronto Blue Jays are going to land Juan Soto, and I really don't think the Boston Red Sox are going to land Juan Soto. The reason is because both those teams are objectively worse than the New York Yankees. The Boston Red Sox have been operating as a small market baseball team for a while now for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So you have to imagine that they're just not going to be willing to pay what other people are willing to pay for Juan Soto. Are they really, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays will offer him a massive contract. Are the Red Sox really going to go out there and offer him $600+ million over 15 years? Potentially more, might be $650 over 15. Are they really going to do that? Do you guys really think they're going to go do that? The Red Sox, a team that for no reason at all has operated like a small market, trading away Mookie Betts to the Dodgers for a package surrounded with Alex Verdugo. Like, really? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think the Boston Red Sox are going to go out there. I do not think they are going to try to do that. I just don't think that makes enough sense. But it's always a possibility that the Red Sox could steal Soto away. And the same thing with the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, that's the New York Mets. There's the Blue Jays. Same thing with the Toronto Blue Jays. Both teams do have a legitimate shot at Juan Soto. I would say the Blue Jays probably have the third best shot at him, with the Red Sox having the fourth best shot at him. Now, here's the deal. I don't see why Soto would go to the Red Sox. They don't look good. There's been a lot of problems with the team. He'd be by far the best player on the team. And, it wouldn't fix all their problems. The Red Sox still have a litany of problems, and it would move him farther away from winning a World Series. Soto's been pretty open about the fact that not only does he want to make as much money as possible, he wants to go to a team that he trusts can win a World Series. It makes the Blue Jays a better option than the Red Sox. Now, here's the problem. makes the Mets a better option. Both of them. The New York Mets had that miracle run of making the playoffs, and everyone was excited about it. I mean, hey, I'm a Yankee fan. Even I was loving that little Cinderella run they had going on, but it ended unsurprisingly to the hands of the Los Angeles Dodgers, the most power-packed team in baseball by a wide margin. It's no surprise that they won the World Series this year. No one should have been shocked. That's what happens when every single good player in free agency goes to your team, because money's not a thing. You're operating on a $1.1 billion payroll. There's just nothing other teams can do. You're going to be able to sign MVP after MVP after MVP after MVP after MVP. And they actually could go out and sign Juan Soto, because money doesn't exist to the Red Sox. If Andrew Friedman wants to do it, he can throw $700 million at Juan Soto the same way he threw it at Shohei Ohtani and have a day. And the thing is, Juan Soto, it feels like it's not in his MO to do that. And he also sounds like he wants to stay East, especially when considering the top teams are the Yankees, Mets, Blue Jays, and Red Sox. Now, Passan talked about the Yankees and the Mets being the two frontrunners, saying the two favorites in the Soto Derby, the Mets and the Yankees, also have some meetings scheduled. Yankees manager Aaron Boone confirmed theirs, and the Mets pursuit has gotten a little help from shortstop Francisco Lindor, who would love another star in Queens and has taken a role in recruiting Soto, while the Yankees can point to Soto's excellence in the Bronx this season as a precursor for more. I mean, the Yankees have a lot going for them. Maybe I'm biased, but I truly believe the Yankees have the best bet at getting Soto. I mean, Soto gets to play behind Aaron Judge. He gets to hit or in front of Aaron Judge. It makes teams willing to throw Soto a pitch. Soto, with that, had the most home runs he's ever had in the season, had a breakout year with the Yankees, was one of the key driving factors into bringing them to the World Series. Matchup in theory that I know I just said the Dodgers are effectively unbeatable, but the Yankees, I mean, a few different things fall their way. For instance, a baseball falling into Aaron Judge's glove and a baseball falling in front of Aaron Judge's eyes that he could have hit. You never know what could have happened. I mean, Dave Roberts even said that he was terrified of going back to Game 6 in LA because he thought the Yankees would have momentum, and he knew a bullpen game was coming and that the bullpen was doing work on the Dodgers, so it was very freaky for them. And obviously, the Yankees with Soto, if they can replenish this team and get a bunch of good players out there who are still good, make sure the bullpen stays all right despite if you re-sign Soto, there's a chance you'll lose all of Clay Holmes and Tim Hill and Tommy Kahnle, going out and finding other guys to get the job done. I mean, Jake Cousins showed some promise. You got some younger guys in the bullpen also. You got to go get a lefty bullpen arm, but you could do something. You could figure out some bargain deals. Bring back David Robertson, please. But there's a bunch of moves that the Yankees could theoretically make. It all starts with Juan Soto, and Juan Soto knows that. And he knows that Hal Steinbrenner one time did break his rule of not ever really wanting to pay or overpay someone. I mean, Aaron Judge was basically on the forefront of, he was about to walk in to, to Oracle Park and put on a Giants jersey, and Hal Steinbrenner in the last second said, nope, only Arson Judge is going to the Giants. We're taking Aaron Judge back. We're not letting him leave. I will give him whatever he wants to stay. Now, that was with the precursor that Aaron Judge is going to get some talent around him so they wouldn't go 82-80 again, so they could go and try to make the World Series and win the World Series. Guess what the Yankees did? They went out there and they made the World Series. Brian Cashman had an objectively good free agency run last year. He's got to put a second one together now and go out there and hopefully get the clearance from Hal Steinbrenner to pay for the man Juan Soto. The Yankees have to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's something you have to do. You don't have another option. If you lose Juan Soto, Aaron Judge is 33. You got, 3 years left of prime Aaron Judge, who's looking like Barry Bonds? Probably at best 4. You need a guy who can be the best hitter in baseball after Aaron Judge, and Juan Soto's the one to get that done, especially with the young players like Jason Dominguez looking up and being another member of this Dominican Yankee team that fans are just loving out in the outfield. I'm loving it, and I'm not Dominican, but I do love it, and I do have family who is, so I want to see it stick around, and obviously it makes the New York Yankees a better team. But the Mets are worrisome, man. They're worrisome. Dude, they're good. They're going to re-sign Pete Alonso. They're going to have money to give Soto also. It's a good team. They're not perfect. They need some more pitching help. They need more help than the Yankees do after getting Soto. But they're a good team, and Soto's going to know that, and Steve Cohen wants to stick it to the Yankees. That freaks me out, especially with all those plans of building the casino across the street from Citi Field and making a whole strip of bars. I mean, man, I'm going to start going to Mets games more than Yankee games if he does that. Yankee Stadium's boring, dude. I'll go to Billy's after the game and be one of the 95% of guys that's in that bar in a Yankee jersey and some backwards Yankee hat, looking like I literally just looked up AI version of a frat bro wearing Yankee clothes. Like, let's be real, guys. The Mets have a good chance of getting the guy. And I don't want them to do that at all, obviously, just being a Yankee fan. And I think here's the thing, guys. If you live in New York, which I'd imagine a good amount of people do, if he goes to the Blue Jays, you could say, all right, well, that's annoying. For me, I work for people who live in Toronto, and personally, if they do get Soto up there, I'm going to go up to Canada, find Nick Goss of Blue Jays Digest, and I'm going to have a WWE-style match where I hit him with a table or something. Shout out to Nick Goss, who gave me the assets on this video and told me to make it, but that's beside the point. If he goes to the Mets, though, all of us New York Yankee fans who live in New York, we all have Mets fan friends who are going to be really annoying if Juan Soto goes here. Juan, don't do that to us. Don't go there. Don't go. I can't get it. I can never get it right when I point. Don't go there. Anywhere else, Juan, if you have to leave the Yankees, anywhere else. Not there. Actually, not here either, because then I just want to throw up everywhere being a Yankee fan. But look, guys, we got a little bit more that Passan mentioned, and as Passan did say, other teams have shown interest in Soto, but could be priced out. The Dodgers won't chase after him. Ohtani's presence at designated hitter would leave the team with limited options should Soto's defensive range force a move. Now, they'd gladly consider him in the unlikely event that his market softens. Not going to happen. The Rays always appreciate unique players. They were genuinely heavy on Freddie Freeman during his free agency, but the prospect of them guaranteeing $600 million plus when they have spent about that for their past 8 years, 8 years worth of teams is dubious. They're not going to go for him. He's too expensive, and the Rays are a very small market team, and they make it work pretty well, in fairness to the Rays. They made the World Series not that long ago. Now, Jeff Passan also mentions if the money level was not clear at the beginning of the winter, it is now. Because of his age, Soto is going to warrant perhaps the longest contract in baseball history. It's Fernando Tatis Jr.'s contract of 14 years, $340 million, which Soto is going to make look like absolutely nothing, holds the record, and an expected guarantee in the excess of $600 million. Soon enough, perhaps even before the winter meetings begin December 9th, we'll know where Soto lands. This isn't going to be something that stretches into the new year. I mean, look, we've seen this in the past. It's getting faster the way the contracts get signed, and frankly, I do think we'll know about Juan Soto and where his future lies sooner rather than later, and that kind of terrifies me. You make me bet on this right now, I'm saying he's going back to the Yankees, but this is a tough situation, guys, and we are going to be reporting on every step of it, so make sure to subscribe to Yankees Digest. Like this video, turn on post notifications, have a great day, and go Yankees. This was a long video.